Today we will read another informational article and look for clues as to what text structure it is. First, we'll begin by doing the vocabulary words on the side. The first word on page 236 is the word device, and that is a machine or an object that is used for a special job. So please write in the word object there. The next word we have is detect. Detect means to notice something that is not easy to see or hear. So please write in the word see. Now we'll look at the key questions on page 237. The question says, what technology can help warn people about natural disasters? So the key words we're going to look at there are technology and warn about natural disasters. Please make sure you underline those words. The next question says, underline 2 details in paragraph 3 about Sebastian's life experiences. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is put a little star by paragraph 3 because I know that that's an important paragraph to look at. And then I want to remember I need to underline Sebastian's life experiences. Now, how do these details help infer why Sebastian created a warning system for Chile? So I need to know that I'm going to restate the question. So when I restate the question, I know that the key words are Sebastian created a warning system for Chile because, and then we're going to go to our life experiences in paragraph 3. Now let's begin reading. Sound the alarm. Many natural disasters happen so fast that there isn't much time to warn people living in harm's way, but new sensors and satellite technology are solving that problem. Sensors on the ground, ocean floor, or near volcanoes can feel the Earth's surface move before an earthquake, tsunami, or eruption. The sensors send a signal to the satellite, which sends the signal to a warning center. Then scientists at the center can warn the public so they move to safety before disaster strikes. Now, if I'm thinking about what text structure this is, I'm going to first start off by looking at the beginning of the paragraph. It says here, many natural disasters happen so fast that there isn't much time to warn people living in harm's way. Here's my key in the next sentence. But new sensors and satellite technology are solving that problem. So I know that this text is a problem and solution text structure. Okay, I know it's problem and solution. Now, I'm going to look for the problem. Right here in the first sentence, this is my problem. Okay, and I'm going to put the word problem above it. And I know that when I'm reading, I'm going to be looking for the solution as I travel through. Now, here is one solution. It says right here that the sensors send a signal to the satellite, which sends a signal to the warning center. This would be my solution. Okay? Now, as I keep reading, I'm going to look at paragraph 2. Adopt a siren. Some cities use sirens to warn people about an upcoming earthquake or tsunami. One challenge is that the siren's batteries often go dead. A new app is the solution. It helps make sure tsunami sirens in Hawaii are up and running. Using the app, citizens can volunteer to adopt a siren. The volunteers check the sirens to make sure they are working. In return, they get to name the sirens. The volunteers are helping keep their cities and neighbors safe. Big win. Now, I want you to know too that the word challenge here is another word for a synonym for the word problem. So that's my problem. So when you see the word challenge, you know that can also be a problem. Now the problem here is that siren batteries often go dead. Now we know that the solution here is to create an app, and that's our solution. So when you need to fill in the question that says, what technology can help warn people about natural disasters? You're going to use the information here from paragraphs 1 and 2 that we have highlighted, and that you will do on your own. Let's take a look at Just Tweet It. Sebastian Algera of Santiago, Chile, was 14 years old when he came up with a fast, free way to warn people in the city about earthquakes. In 2010, a powerful quake and tsunami killed over 500 people in Chile. Sebastian lived through that disaster. He saw a big problem. People were unprepared for the quake. A year later, he watched news coverage of the 2011 quake in Japan. Japan used early warning systems to warn people. This gave Sebastian a big idea. So I'm going to stop there because it tells us to underline Sebastian's life experience. So I know here because it says Sebastian lived through that disaster, that was his life experience. And what he lived through was the powerful quake that killed 500 people in Chile. Okay, now as I read on, I want to know why he created his own suggestion and own ideas because of his life experience. So Sebastian set out to solve the problem by creating an early warning system for Chile. First, he bought an earthquake alarm. The battery-operated device, which looks like an smoke alarm, makes a loud sound when it detects an earthquake. Sebastian took apart the alarm and connected it to a simple computer. Then he set up the Twitter account at Alarm Sismos, Spanish for earthquake alarm, to automatically send out tweets whenever the alarm went off. More than 360,000 people follow the Twitter account. As a result, they will get an alert and can prepare for the quake on the way. So what he did was, the problem was that people were unprepared for the quake. That is our problem. Now, his solution was an early warning system like Japan, and then he took a smoke alarm that made a loud sound that detects an earthquake, and then he created a Twitter account to alarm people. Okay, so that's the information you're going to use to answer the next question. Sebastian created a warning system for Chile because, and you're going to say up here, he lived through the disaster. Now, you're also going to add some more information from paragraph 3 there to finish the question. As we already read through the sound the alarm, we looked for the problems and solutions and highlighted them and circled them. So you are aware that a problem is an event that causes trouble. We also looked for some signal words. That one we came across was challenge, another is conflict, and difficulty. Now, when we're trying to solve a problem, we're going to look for keywords like solve, answer, and the result of. Okay, so as we looked here, we noticed that the problem in paragraph 1 was natural disasters happen so fast that there isn't much time to warn people. Okay, we found our solution in paragraph 1 as well. And we talked about the sensors and the signals, and we also talked about the apps. All right, now the other thing we came across was in paragraph 2. And in paragraph 2, we came across the problem, which we said was the word challenge, and that was the batteries were going dead. The batteries were dead. And that the solution was that the volunteers check the sirens to make sure that they are working. Now, in paragraph 3 and 4, just tweet, we noticed that there was another problem. The problem that Sebastian realized when 500 people were killed in Chile was that people were unprepared for the quake. So here is our problem. They were unprepared for the quake. For the quake. Okay? So we have to figure out why is that a problem? Because people were dying. Okay, and that's in paragraph 3. It tells us that 500 people died because of that. Okay, and then the solution was to create a warning system so that people would know when the earthquake was happening. Okay, and he also created a Twitter account. And this we found in paragraph 3 and paragraph 4. Okay, and how does this solve the problem? Now, in paragraph 4, it tells us that people can be prepared to know when the earthquake is coming. Please rewatch the video if you need help to complete the questions on page 237 through 239.